Well, we've taken a couple river trips recently, and us and some of our other friends have been kind of seeing a high number of dead deer laying along the river. And so I just wanted to come out here and check my property just to see. There's a lot of bucks I've been missing, or that's been disappearing. And honestly, I was hoping I was just going to get to come out here and film some wildlife, but let me just show you. Right there's my barn, so we're not 100 yards away from my gate. And I just found this guy right here. I mean, velvet. Had a little kicker on his G2. Jeez Louise. This is insane. I was just going to take a walk and hope to not find any. We're going to leave him here. It's giving me the shakes. I feel so bad right now. We're going to leave him here for a while and decide what we're going to do. I'm probably going to continue walking. I got a lot of miles of creek bed to cover on this property. And, well, I covered about 20 yards, so this is a shame. Oh, geez Louise. I'm walking through here, and actually I was way down yonder there on the other side of those trees. It's way down there. I just smelled something. So I started looking around. Actually, I started to walk up the hill and look in the ditch, which I'm going to check here in a minute, but I think I found what I was smelling. There's just an influx of maggots covering this ground. This whole creek bed is covered in maggots because there's a dead doe right here. Mind you, I walked to this whole creek bed in turkey season. There wasn't a single one of these, and it's flooded 1,000 times this year, it seems like. I've only made it about a mile in. This is ridiculous. I just want to show you. This is what's on the ground over here. That is all little disgusting white worms, maggots. I've got to get out of here. I'm going to puke. I'm not seeing much else, but right here, just on this rock, some deer fur. Goes all the way down through here. I've looked up here. There's no carcasses that's washed off of, so hopefully it's just some winter coat shedding. I was wrong. Deer fur is indeed a deer. Oh my lordy. What are we going to do with this girl? Looks like she just flipped her way all the way down through here and just died recently. Whew. There she is. That's a fresh one. Lord have mercy. It's 3 deer and let's see here. That's 3 deer and 2.6 miles. I don't know how well you can see, but as you recall with the other one, I had to walk away because I was about to puke. This hardly stinks. She was nursing babies. And it looks like this is so fresh. I mean, she went out kicking. I didn't do this. I didn't break all these limbs. I didn't lay down all those leaves and weeds coming down this hill and scrape the hair off. Like that right there. Something pulled that. That's a mark on the moss. And I didn't do that. This is just a gruesome scene. This is fresh. I mean, I wouldn't say like, oh, this happened today, but compared to the other ones we've saw, every one of them stunk, and this one not quite yet. Sitting right in the sunlight, hardly bloated. You poor girl. Alright, so I've kind of done all the walking I want to do or need to do today. It's getting late in the afternoon. It's about 1:30, and I cannot tell you the temperature, but all I know is it is hot and humid. I spoke with a conservation officer on the phone, and he is going to be on his way here a little bit later to observe the head and give me a tag for the, or permit, what have you, for the dead buck that I found, so I can at least keep his antlers. So upon talking to him, what it sounds like is going on in the area is right now we're having a high influx of EHD, like it's just a big outbreak. What EHD is I can't explain it very well, but what I do know is in the drier months, about every 5 to 6 years, it really comes around in a full swing. In those drier months, those deer will start coming around watering holes, what have you, and start just being together a lot more. And at some point there is a midge, and this midge will bite them or infect them, however, and it just causes them pretty much to die within a few days. And when they do, the deer do die, the ones that do pass, when they die after their run of EHD, essentially it gives them a fever, gets them really hot, and that's why they go to water. So that's why finding what was a healthy looking deer in a water source laying dead, it's kind of a telltale indicator. But yeah, they get that fever, they just want that water. And not every deer dies that gets infected with EHD. Those that do survive, particularly the does, those that do survive gain full immunity, and they pass on that immunity to their children. I don't know if their offspring pass on immunity to the grandchildren. I guess that's when you have to let nature take its course. They said our last big outbreak of it here was around the 2017-2018 era. This is 2022, so that's pretty fitting. You know, we're about in that 5th year. And before that, prior, it was 2012. And they said that was a bad one. So it's just, I mean, we didn't find any of our gargantuan big bucks, which is something positive to look at, but it is negative to look at. We walked a few miles and found a few dead deer, especially a nursing doe and a younger buck. That's just terrible to see. And from what I've read, it takes a couple years for the population to bounce back from a bad EHD outbreak. But I mean, it's nature, and you just gotta let nature take its course. There's not really a prevention or treatment plan. You can just try to keep the deer spread out as much as possible. I know that's hard to do. I don't have any suggestions for that. I mean, unless you have different food sources and water sources in different areas of your property to keep them spread out. I mean, there's really no good prevention plan or treatment plan for EHD. So what we're going to do is just wait around for the officer, and we're going to show him this little buck we found, show him pictures and film of the other deer that we found, and we'll just go from there and just You know, we're going to wait a little while and come out here again. Squirrel season's coming in soon, so I'm sure I'll walk this same route again in squirrel season, and I'll do a little bit more checking and see if any more fresh deer have appeared. And hopefully we don't find any more. I mean, that's all there is to it. You just gotta let nature take its course and hope for the best. Oh, we are legal eagle for the little buck we found earlier. Our very good friend, officer, can't say his name, heading out of here. Yes, love it, love it, love it. Absolutely legal eagle. What a guy. Well, we are going to remove this deer's head. I'm a bit of a sissy, as you can tell. I got him fully masked up and everything. I was going to skull cap him, but I'm thinking about doing the whole head. I don't know. It's one of my least favorite things to do in the world, but at least I brought gloves and trash bags. I just feel like cutting the cap of the skull off is going to stink. Any of it stinks. All right. Oh. Whew. Oh, gross. Oh. Oh, disgusting. I don't know what to do. It's all just so gross. Yeah. There's another one. Oh my Lanta. I'm not even messing with it. We're going with a big bag. Oh, I'm about to throw up. So when you're doing something like this, I just take that bag right there, I turn it inside out, right? Stick it up in there. Yeah. Just like that. Slick trick.